Hello and welcome to another video. This time is about the LOD, the new LOD system. And well, it's actually done now and it's been added to GameGuru MAX. And I'm going to commit everything to LOD tomorrow or today. Let's see. This is how you use it. You use the LOD generator and then you select your label, whatever label you have. And it will load it in and show you all the unique objects you have. And you can see what objects you already optimized and what is missing. Like we are missing this fox right here. As you can see, it now generates up to 4 different LOD objects, up to LOD3, with different triangle or polygon counts. And what I think you should do is you should always weld the vertices. It will reduce the vertex count and you can get even better results in the polygon reduction. And you should also always weld the animation and compress the data. Now let's try to run this again. We can see the lowest LOD we have now is 2300 triangles. Let's optimize it again. This is now with the welded vertices, which reduces the vertex count and allow it to reduce the polygons even more. So you see now we have a LOD3 which is only 900 polygons. The original is 8300. So that's a huge reduction. And all this control with how the LOD switching is done is now also put into GameGuru MAX. And also here you can see how, if we go close to the fox, this greenish is the current active LOD. Now you can see when I move backwards, at this point it shifted to LOD1, here LOD2, and here LOD3, that is only 900 triangles. Well, we can try to look at it here. From this distance, you can just select the LOD you want to show. You can see it's really reduced, and you can see the difference. But then again, when you see the different LOD objects it has created, even it's so small, it still has the same shape, exactly the same shape. So there's no deformations. And here, when we you can see we are now at LOD2, and here it switched to the lowest one, and you can't really see it. So now that you have optimized your first object, you can just save it. So you click Save LOD. Oops, and that's it. You see we now have a LOD object here. You don't need to do anything else. And then I left some other objects not optimized yet, so we could try them. This is just a Maximo animation, and you can see we get it down to 900 polygons. That's a really great reduction. It's at 10,000 normally, so let's try to look how it shows here. Sorry, you can see it a really low polygon, and then it goes up to here 8,000. But again, when you move away from it, this is where the 900 polygons are active. And you can't really see it. No switching or popping or anything. So we will just save this. Also check out the animation keys. They have been reduced from 33 to, well, 21,000. There's 3 times less animation key you need to process. So let's save this also. Then we can try one. This is just a normal character creator model. It went from 18,000 down to 2,000 polygons. You can look at it here. This is the lowest LOD. You can see, try to look at the fingers. You can't really see any fingers. But even if you can't see any fingers when we have the lowest LOD, it will still have the same shape. So when we move away here, now we are at LOD 2, and this is the lowest. You can't see it switching. So it's working pretty well. Let's just save this. And same from the animation key, it's nearly half. Yeah, save it. Now I wanted to also show you this gold pipe, because you can get some problems when you have some shiny materials. And I'm going to show you this. Because if we have reduced it from 11,000 down to 2,000 polygons. Let's see when we move. Did you see that? Here, if you look at the object, it's the switch between LOD 1 and 2. You can really see it, and that's because when we reduce the indices or triangles, we also use less vertex data, so and normals, and that's what you can see. The popping here is not much, but what you can do also now is set the lowest polygons. It should generate. You can see here, if I raise this to about 24 here, you can see this level is now 3,800 polygons, and you can nearly not see the switching. This is okay for me. Yeah. But you can use the sliders if you want to increase the lowest limits. So and remove popping like this. Like if I set it up here, probably, yeah, there's nothing now. So, but here it's fine for me. But that is what you should note when you are making these LOD objects. And let's just save this. Yep. So we now have LOD for all objects. And now I'm going to show you that it's running inside GameGuru MAX also. Let's start up MAX. Yeah, just wanted to show this old one. You remember when we started all this optimizing? Well, we started at 35 FPS on this level. Then we got it to 53, and then we got it about 60 FPS. And now with all the latest stuff is about 85 FPS. And well, I also made I think I put a demo. I added this FSR MD Fidelity FX Super Resolution into GameGuru MAX. I'm still working on that, but what it did to this level was that it increased the FPS to over 100. It was amazing. I did make a demo of it. I think, well, I did show it to Lee, but I also think I posted it on the Patreon Discord server, but I'm not sure. If I didn't, well, I will try to remember to do that. Where you can see it's getting around that the level goes to over 100 FPS. Anyway, and this is on my slow system, so for a start, let's just disable the LOD load and try to load this level that we just optimized and see what happens. Loading. Loading level. Yeah, that's it. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, let's just enable some profiling so we can see what is going on. Like so. Yeah, we have around 52 FPS. Now let's enable the new LOD system and load the level again. Yeah, you will need to load it again because it's in the loading process that it pass all the new LOD. So, but this will just disappear because it needs to be activated all the time. So now, well, it increased 65, 66. Great. And if you look here, we have way less triangles it has to draw. So that's really great, but there's also a lot of other stuff that is working pretty well. Like here, this is what we can do with all this LODs stuff, because yeah, first, well, we can make all shadows use the lowest LOD when it renders. Now we can try to disable that. We'll see the FPS go down, then we enable it, and the FPS go up. And if you look over here at the shadow triangle counts, when we disable it, oops, you can see it go way up to 9 million triangle is rendering with shadows. And now when I click this, it goes down to 2 million. So there's a huge reduction in the triangle count for the shadows. Then we have probes can use the lowest LOD. I can't really show you that, but it's when it renders the probe, it can use all the lowest LOD for that. Can't really see it on the probe. So then we have raycast can use the lowest LOD model. We try to disable that, and then try to point inside here. Yeah, check the FPS. Okay, just mark this and use her. You can see the raycast is generally is 40, 50 FPS. Then let's use the raycast. That it will change the raycast so that it only passes the lowest LOD object. So that means it has to analyze very few triangles instead of many triangles. So if we point at the same object here, you can see you can't really see any difference on the FPS. It goes down to 60. I'm not pointing at it. 62, 60, 61. So it we just disable it again so you can see the difference. 50 FPS here, 60 FPS, and 50 FPS when it hits some triangles they need to analyze. So it's 60 FPS. So the raycasting is way faster now. And you can really see that when you play your game, when you have lots of raycasting going on from all these guns and that are pointing around, and and then we have physics. The bullet physics also added it to the bullet physics. So the physics, all the polygon shapes you have. Surely, if you use convex hull or something like that, or box collision, it will not interfere. But anything with polygon collision, it will use the lowest LOD that you have created. So, like this fox, instead of using, well, it's not a polygon collision, so But just as an example, instead of what was it, 12,000 triangles, the bullet engine need to analyze, well, it would use the lowest one, which was 900 triangles. So that gives a great boost to the bullet engine, especially if you have some, this is polygon collision, and you have placed them together like this, so you know that the bullet engine will actually behave very badly when you go over this. You can just try it without physics use LOD. Okay. Generating navigation mesh, and here we have our level running, and I'm going to go into this polygon trap, I will call it. Check out what happens with the FPS. 15 FPS, and see when I move how badly it moves on top of this. Now let's try to enable physics to use the lowest LOD and run it again. Chips finalizing level data. Here we go. And I'm just going to run over this. Let's see what happens to the FPS. Nearly nothing. That's because it's using the reduced. Oh, go away. Thank you.